Good evening. I'm Mike Smith with New Hampshire Cross Country, powered by Runners Alley, and we're here tonight to interview the 2020 Boys Coach of the Year, Clint Joslyn from Monadnock. Congratulations, Clint.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, everybody.
I think actually I was lucky enough to be the guy that let you know, so I was pretty excited about that. A little background, Clint's been coaching since 2017, where he took over for George Adams. Prior to that, he had been coaching the middle school. And so actually his top girl, who's senior this year, Delaney Swanson, not only has been running for him for 8 years, actually happens to be his niece. That's true, right, Clint?
Absolutely. Yes, it is.
Yeah. And so quite a bit of continuity on this team. You've had these kids for, as you said, like Tyler and Harry, you had them for 6 years and stuff like that. So it must be really nice, for them, having had them so long. These are your first high school kids, to have them go out with this sort of a bang.
Oh, it was fantastic. Today we had our team banquet and we got talking about that a little bit, how, a lot of these kids have had 6-7 years or more, and to finish off their senior year with, state championship and other things, all-star athletes, it was just, there's the best of the best, the icing on the cake.
Yeah. I mean, in looking at it, and I've been contacting you about, shirt size and stuff like that. You have 5 kids that are being recognized, 5 out of 20. That's 25% of the crew. That's a pretty good haul.
We got pretty lucky. We have some great athletes for sure.
So one of the questions I have for you is, how did you get into the sport?
Oh, I played soccer for most of my life, high school, college. Met my wife. She was a distance runner. She got me into distance running years and years and years ago. Started training and racing with a lot of the local legends in the Keene area there, and fell in love with the sport. George Adams was kind of my kind of a leader in the area, and I learned a lot from him on the coaching end of it. And I coached middle school while he was in high school, and when he got done, I took over for him.
Nice. And so you alluded to how you got into coaching. So you were getting into distance running and stuff like that. What dragged you towards the coaching end of things for that?
I've always liked coaching. I've coached other sports. I've coached baseball, soccer, and I just love being around the kids. Being able to teach the kids and hopefully get some kids to find a hobby they can do for the rest of their lives, especially. It's a great thing for them to stay active, and the more I can do to help them out, the better I feel about it.
I was going to say, in lots of cases, you get these kids in and they really don't know what they're doing, not just in running, but in general. And then by the time they graduate and stuff like that, they come out with a sense of themselves and everything else like that. And that's a super great part about it. I can look to my guy Landon and stuff like that. He was a wayward kid showing up in 9th grade, and now he's super excited to be headed off to college for running and stuff like that. So that's always a great feel and stuff like that.
It is, absolutely. And like Delaney's the same way. She's going off to college to run next year, and then I
think she wants to go to ULowell, right?
She is. She signed the commitment papers. She's going to Lowell next year.
Oh, excellent. Her and Landon will be teammates.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, I think Jake Velasquez is there too.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, all right. Other kids who started their first year on the team this year, and today at the banquet, they were really grateful that they were able to do it. Wish they had started earlier. That makes me feel good.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's a sport where the kids can develop themselves in ways that they can't from other sports. And there's nothing, I've had other coaches saying, well, there's just nothing. When you have to dig down individually like these kids have to do, it's not the same in any other sport.
I agree.
All right. We had, last March, just as we're gearing up for track and field, basically everybody went remote, which made, that was quite an incredible hurdle for athletes to gearing up for their track season, to have that disappear and stuff like that. And then going, throughout the summer without kind of the same structure that they would normally have had through the spring and into the summer. How did you, what did you do to help support your kids in order to get them through the summer and into this cross country season?
Well, one of the things we did, we emphasized over and over and over how much harder it would be to get into shape this fall if they weren't able to maintain. And luckily, I had an amazing group of seniors, the team leaders, the captains, Harry, Ryan, Tyler Hebert, Delaney Swanson. They really kept tabs on the rest of the team. I gave them all training plans for the summer, and they helped keep everybody motivated, try to keep everybody running through the summer, and build their base up and get ready for the season. And just worked out really well. It's a great group of athletes, great group of kids, and I didn't really have to do a whole lot.
It's nice when you get that synergy and those kids, they just come together kind of on their own. I mean, that's probably like the magic of coaching, trying to figure that out. And when you get to a position where they can just do it on their own, you can't beat that with a stick.
I think with this year being COVID, they all needed this outlet, and they all had something to aspire to. They had goals for the season, and they only one way to do that,
Yeah. Speaking of the COVID situation, like how did you deal with your team, throughout the season? I know with my guys, we got a late start to the season and everything like that. They kind of holding you off a little bit before we could really get cranking and stuff like that. And, one of the things I was letting them know is, just embrace the opportunity you're getting right now, today.
Yeah, that's absolutely the very same here. I think, with the late season start, obviously we all had to throw our training plans out the window and rewrite them numerous times, redo our schedule multiple times, and just try to tell the kids, just be grateful for every month, every week, every day that we have practice, that we have meets. We had it set up so that we knew where we wanted to be at the end of the season, but we were grateful that we were able to have the week that we were in, because you just didn't know when it was going to stop.
Yeah, I know. I just every week I'm like, we're 1 week closer to the state champ. Just get us to the state championships. I don't care what happens there. If we can just get a full season in, I'm going to be happy. So, when did it dawn on you that you might have, the D3 championship caliber team?
Yeah, I think you and I spoke about it. The team, the team.
A little odd for me to be interviewing you about it when we both know what the answer is.
Right. Yeah, these guys, to be honest with you, coming out of middle school, they had a great middle school team. They've wanted the state championship since then because our team won in 2016. So that's always been on their goal, always been on their minds. And they've been working towards that every year, but we just weren't able to put any of the pieces. We lost a few kids here and there. This year, we thought we picked up a good freshman, thought we had a good shot at making meet a champs for the first time since 2016. That was the original goal. And then during the season, when we raced Messianic the first time at your place, these guys were hungry, and they wanted to see how they could fare against the best team in Division III. So they went after it with everything they had, and we squeaked it out. And I think that opened up their mind to, wow, we're not just a meet a champs team. We have a legitimate shot at making the state title. And they just kept working harder and harder every day after that.
Yeah, I mean, if you hadn't said that, that's exactly what I saw. I saw it, the fire in your guys' eyes, and they were, after that, they were pumped and they were ready to go for it. So
yes, they were.
That would have been my guess as well. Like you said, you have a very senior heavy men's team. You're losing 5 of 7. You have your top girl is a senior as well. I'm interested in knowing what you feel is going to be like a tougher challenge for you, rebuilding the boys team and getting them back on track, or the progression that you've seen with the girls team.
Boy, I think it's going to be tough either way. We're losing a lot of talent on both sides. The trouble at Monadnock is always fielding enough kids to even make a scoring team. We're going to pick up some 8th graders this year. We're going to try to get the kids recruiting in school to get enough athletes to even score. We have some great athletes coming back on both sides. We have a freshman on the girls' side who's a Division III All-Star. I expect her to come back and do well. We have some youth on the men's side also. I think we're just going to keep working on both teams. I don't know if one team has preference over the other at this point. It's just it's going to be a building year. We're going to try to rebuild next year and see where we stand when the season starts.
Yeah, I mean, so we had the boys team that came in second. We're only losing 1 guy off of that. Our girls team, we're losing 2, but we had a great crop of freshmen, and I'm in the same boat with you. I have no idea which team is going to take the steps forward to take that next step, and it's super exciting on my part.
It is. One of the benefits I think I have this year is my wife picked up coaching the middle school team, and she's really working on building a great feeder program there. It might take a few years to get that into effect, but I think that's going to benefit us down the road.
Definitely will. So I know we talked about this yesterday, and I had to go back through history and check, but Monadnock's had some pretty solid teams in the past. Their girls team and boys team have both won the state championship and stuff like that in the past. Yet you are the first recipient for Coach of the Year from Monadnock. It must be pretty exciting.
It was very exciting. I wasn't sure how to bring it to the team, how to announce it to them, whether I should wait till it came out here. But my wife stood up today and announced it to the team at the banquet, and so took it out of my hands. But yeah, I'm very excited.
That sounds perfect, actually.
It did. It worked out really well.
Oh, Angela.
And what I explained to them was, yeah, it says coach's award, but it wasn't the coach that won this award, man. It was the team that won this award, and it's a huge, probably, besides state championships, it's probably one of the biggest awards that they could get for a season, and it was all because of them. And everything worked out well. It was a great team effort. And everything just came together.
No, it was fantastic. I mean, obviously, we ended up on the losing end of the stick there. But it was a fantastic watch for me because you could see the investment your kids had made and the strides that they had taken. I believe Harry last year finished in the 40s or something like that. And
yeah,
he was right up there and, right up there at the front. And so it was pretty exciting from that vantage point to see it all click. And so, I'm super excited for you to have won this. I'm super excited for your boys to be the guys that won D3. Wish it was my guys, but that's the way it goes. And I just want to say congratulations and fantastic job this season, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate that, and the team does well as well.
All right, well, there it is. Clint, Joslyn, Monadnock coaches both the boys and the girls, but is the boys 2020 Boys Coach of the Year. Congratulations.
Thank you.